Hey guys, Miss Sims, I'm back here to do another example for you. Again, I'm going into that homework and we are going to look at number 12 together. Okay, so looking at number 12, we have a problem that looks a little like this. 2x over x minus 2 equals, not equals, I'm sorry, let me fix that really quick. That is minus 4x minus 1 over 3x plus 2 equals 17x plus 4 over 3x squared minus 4x minus 4. So first off, if you're watching my video, I'm going to tell you a little trick here. You're going to see one like this when we take our quiz on Tuesday. So first off, I do restrictions. X cannot equal, but actually really before I do the restrictions, I kind of want to factor this last guy because the restrictions are much easier if I'm factored. Now, hopefully you'll remember what I said in class on Wednesday, which is most of the time, these two factors, x plus 2 and x minus 2, 3x plus 2, usually will make up the factors for this. So I'm actually going to write them down, but I'm going to quickly show you that that is correct. Off to the side here, I've got a little bit of room. So remember, if we were factoring this, we'd have to use our shortcut method where we have to divide both terms by 3. So I would come in and I would say 3 times negative 4 was negative 12. So I want factors that multiply to be negative 12 that add to be negative 4. And so I would do negative 6 and positive 2. And then I'd have to make that negative 6 over 3 equal to negative 2. So there's my first factor, x minus 2. And then the 3 goes to the front, so 3x plus 2. So that little trick that we talked about, again, we said most of the time will work for us. So I like to go ahead here and just maybe strike through that term right there so I know that I'm using those two factors. So now I know that x cannot equal positive 2 and then negative 2 over 3. So negative 2 over 3 and positive 2. My lowest common denominator, if I start at the first fraction, I'll write down x minus 2. I go to my second fraction, I'll write 3x plus 2. And then as I move over here, I'm like, oh, I've already written them down. There's no multiplicities. I'm good on that problem. We're very good. All right. So then now I'm ready to multiply every term by the LCD. So I'll say x minus 2, 3x plus 2. And I'll say x minus 2, 3x plus 2. And then I'll say x minus 2, 3x plus 2. So I multiply every term and then I start canceling. So at the first term, I'll cancel the x minus 2s, and that will leave me with 2x times 3x plus 2. Then here, I gotta be really careful about that negative sign, and I'll cancel out the 3x plus 2s, and I'm going to say parentheses, but I'm going to actually use 2 because of a negative. I have 4x plus 1. I'm sorry, that's 4x minus 1. Careful, don't mess up my problem. 4x minus 1 times x minus 2. So I need the double set of parentheses because right here we are going to have to FOIL, and then I'm going to put a little arrow because after we FOIL, so I'm going to say after you FOIL, that's when we distribute. So distribute. Over here on the left side, or right side, both of the denominators cancel, so all I'm left with is 17x plus 4. Okay, so I'm going to move that up a little bit, maybe not quite off the screen, and I'll start with distributing. So I'll get 6x squared plus 4x. I'm going to hold that negative sign and open that parenthesis set. All right, inside there I get 4x squared, and then that is negative 8. I'm sorry, well, that's negative 8, and negative 1 is negative 9x. And then the last will give me positive 2. And then over here, I have that 17x plus 4. So I now need to, here's where I'm going to distribute. So after I FOIL, I'll distribute. And so I have 6x squared plus 4 minus 4x squared plus 9. I left off the x right there, 4x. Sorry about that. Plus 9x minus 2 equals 17x plus 4. Before I worry about the 17x plus 4, I'm more concerned that I have like terms that need to be put together on this side. So let me go ahead and get those two like terms put together, and then I'll worry about making it equal 0. So the x squareds will give me 2x squared. The 9 and the 4 will give me 13x. And I have minus 2 equals, oh, I wrote 12, let's fix that, minus 2 equals 17x plus 4. So now I will work on bringing those terms over. So I'll subtract 17x, get rid of that. I'll subtract 4, get rid of that. And now I'm looking at the polynomial 2x squared minus 4x plus 6 equals 0. And I have no idea why I said plus 6. Clearly, that's a minus 6. All right. So what I notice here is I have a GCF. So I'm going to really divide everything by 2 because I don't need a GCF when solving. I can just divide the GCF away unless it has a variable. The variable has to come out. But this is no variable. It's a constant. So now I'm trying to factor x squared minus 2x minus 3 equals 0. So that will be x minus 3 and x plus 1 equals 0. So I'll get the solutions x equals 3 and x equals negative 1. And then I'm going to scroll back up here way up to the top and make sure I said negative 2/3 was out, positive 2 was out. These are neither of those, so that is going to be my final solution. X equals 3 and x equals negative 1. Again, I hope this video was helpful.